Anastasia's youth was spent in the glamorous world afforded to her as a daughter of the royal family, yet wished to live with her grandmother, Marie, who gifted her a music box and a necklace reading Together in Paris. This life did not last, as Rasputin, through his dark powers, was able to turn the populace against the Tsar, resulting in an uprising forcing the surviving members of the royal family to flee the country with the help of those who remained loyal. However, Anastasia was unable to escape as she fell and lost her memory. 10 years hence, Russia is struggling. The people barely able to live under the harsh conditions of the land and lack of resources. Raised in an orphanage, Anya, now 18, is let out into the world with a job arranged for her in a fishing village. Along her way she comes to a crossroads, not only in the physical path, but also in making a life choice as a character. Either carry on with the life arranged for her, or risk going to St. Petersburg in search of what the words in her necklace mean and potentially learning who she is. Unable to make a choice, she asks God for a sign, and in response meets a puppy she names Puka, who leads her along to St. Petersburg. Upon arriving, she discovers a travel permit is needed to travel to Paris, and is told of Dmitri and Vlad, both of whom are looking for an adequate double for Anastasia so they could present her to Marie in Paris and collect the proposed reward. Seeing Anya as a potential Anastasia, Dmitri and Vlad work with her so she is as close to the Anastasia they remember from their time working in the palace, helping the royals escape the riots. As they travel to Paris, they evade Rasputin's mystical attempts at trying to kill them, while she embraces the possibility she may be Anastasia, and even develops feelings for Dmitri despite the rough start to their relationship. Due to the number of imposters Marie had to endure, she is resistant to seeing Anya when she does arrive in Paris. However, due to a piece of information only Dmitri was privy to, he is determined to have them meet, realizing Anya is indeed the true Anastasia, even resorting to driving Marie against her will to ensure they speak. Naturally skeptical, the more they interact, the more she too is convinced she is the true Anastasia, finally being reunited in Paris as they had promised to each other 10 years prior. Keeping her word, Marie offers Dmitri the reward. However, he refuses, claiming there is only one thing he wishes for, and it is something she cannot offer, having fallen in love with Anastasia and wishing her to be happy even if it is not with him. While their farewell is less than amicable, she is surprised Dmitri did not accept the reward and is unsure of what path to take, once more at a crossroads, to enter the life she once inhabited or to chase after the one she loves. As with her first crossroads, it is Puka who guides her, leading her away from the ball towards defeating Rasputin and traveling with Dmitri. This is an interesting parallel to have in the yarn because, while both crossroads serve a similar function mechanically, they represent two different things for Anastasia as a character. On the first, she was contemplating committing to the persona of Anya forged over the 10 years since her memory was lost, or going in search of her past and learning who she is. For the second, far more context related to who she is explored, ranging from her behavior, desires, and who she loves. All things expanded on and reinforced during her journey to France, creating the foundations of a woman who is not the Anastasia of the past, nor the Anya whom she grew up as, rather a rounded version embodying the two together. In both, she is made to choose between a life she is accustomed to or an uncertain path. Initially, due to not knowing who she is, she had to choose between the version of her she knew or chasing after her past to learn who she is. At the end of the film, she is given the option of committing to the world she once knew or the woman she has become and an uncertain future with Dmitri. Each choice made is the one that is appropriate for the iteration of Anastasia at that particular point in her life. This is a neat parallel in storytelling, and as a result of some wonderful storycraft, despite the choices seeming similar on the surface, they represent very different things to the same character.